Welcome back. In previous video we discussed on meaning of phrases as well as sentence structure a little bit. What are the contents we have discussed? It will be again we will dealing with in detail here. In previous video we discussed on phrases. Right now we will discuss on kind of phrases such as noun phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase. Let's see. The type or kind of phrase is determined by which word is considered head word. Determine means to decide, which is the said to be modify the others in the phrase. In our example, the green shirt, it is clearly shirt which is head word. In this sentence, the head word is shirt or simply the head. Since the head of this phrase is a noun, this phrase is known as noun phrase, or in short an NP. NP means noun phrase. Remember friends, NP means noun phrase. This is an abbreviation of noun phrase. I will repeat the example. In our example, the green shirt, it is clearly shirt which is the head word. Shirt is a head word or simply the head. Since the head of this phrase is a noun, this phrase is a noun phrase. That's why it is known as noun phrase due to the head word or head. In this sentence, head is a shirt, green is an adjective, the is a determiner. So the green shirt, this is phrase which is known as specific or it is known as noun phrase. Let's see. Similarly, in the phrase very dirty, very modifies dirty, which is therefore the head of this phrase. Since dirty, the head, dirty, the head is an adjective, this phrase is an adjective phrase. Very dirty, dirty is an adjective, where it is an additionally talking about dirty. Therefore, this is known as adjective phrase, or in short, adds p, or adds p. It means adjective phrase. Other important types of phrases included the verb phrase, that is VP. VP means verb phrase. The prepositional phrase, that is PP, and the adverb phrase, that is ADP. Just like NP and ADGP, a phrase is a VP if it is headed by a verb. It is PP, it is headed by an preposition, and ADP if it is headed by an adverb. I will repeat. Other important types of phrases included verb phrase, that is VP. VP means verb phrase. The prepositional phrase, that is PP. PP means the prepositional phrase. And adverb phrase, that is ADP. That is adverb phrase. Just like the NP and ADGP, a phrase is VP if it is headed by a verb. A phrase is VP, it is headed by a verb. Verb phrase, it is a PP if it is headed by a preposition and an ADP, adjective preposition. If it is headed by an adverb, some examples of VP are walked slowly, verb phrase, walked slowly, at the breakfast, in the morning, etc. These are the example of verb phrases or others. Here, slowly, an adverb modifies the meaning of walk. How did he walk? Slowly. Here, slowly an adverb modifies the meaning of walk. In the second verb phrase, the verb at, it is modified to expressions which answer the questions it or at what and at when, thus making meaning of the verb more specific. Some example of pp, that is prepositional phrase, are in the morning, on the table, in the morning and on the table, etc. Let's see another example. In this expression, the NPs, that is the noun phrases, the morning and the table, modify the meanings of prepositions. The morning, on the table. Some examples of adverb phrases are very slowly, too early, etc., where the intensifying adverb very and too modify the meaning of adverbs very slowly and too early. It is talking about early, where it is talking about slowly. It is an adverb. That's why it is known as adverb phrase. As you must have noticed in the above examples, phrases can themselves contain other phrases. Thus, the phrasal verbs in the morning and noun phrase the breakfast are the part of the verb phrase at the breakfast in the morning. This is an example of noun phrase, preposition phrase as well as verb phrase. It requires a lot of practice, and I hope you will read again and again and you will be understood its meaning. It's required. Let's move another page. Not only are words in a sentence grouped into phrases, they are also sometimes hierarchically organized within a phrase. Not only are words in a sentence grouped into phrases, they are also sometimes hierarchically organized within a phrase. For example, if we take the noun phrase a very dirty shirt, we know that even though a and very appear next to each other, they have nothing to do with each other. Modifies shirt, whereas very modifies dirty, and it is very dirty together that modifies shirt. Even though they appear in the same phrase, words may have nothing to do with each other and are hierarchically organized to modify certain elements. Thus, we should visualize the structure of the noun phrase a very dirty shirt as not but as B. A1 is a very dirty shirt, very dirty, very dirty shirt, a shirt, very dirty, a very dirty shirt. Another thing that needs to be made very clear here about phrase is that even though they are usually made of at least two words, this is not a necessary condition. A phrase is minimally constituted or made of the head word. I will repeat. A phrase is minimally constituted or made of the head word, which is or which also decides the syntactic category of the phrase. That is, an NP may be ideally made of an article, one or more adjectives, and the head noun, but it may also be made of a just noun. This can be very easily understood in terms of how one word can replace an entire phrase. In a sentence like, the captain of the ship saw a huge iceberg, we can replace the captain of the ship with one word, say a name like Sheila or pronoun like she. Thus, we find that Sheila in Sheila saw a huge iceberg, and the captain of the ship in the captain of the ship saw a huge iceberg play the same grammatical rule and therefore are considered instances of a same grammatical category, that is a noun phrase. This is true of all phrasal categories including verb phrases. So while we may have a sentence like I will repeat here example like in a sentence like the captain of the ship or ship saw a huge iceberg. We can replace the captain of the ship with one word, say the name like Sheila or pronoun like she. Thus, we find that Sheila saw a huge iceberg and the captain of the ship. In the captain of the ship saw a huge iceberg play the same grammatical role and therefore are considered instances of the same grammatical category, that is a noun phrase. This is true of all phrasal categories including verb phrases. So while we may have a sentence like lovely colorful birds fly over my house every morning. Lovely colorful birds fly over my house every morning, where lovely colorful birds is an noun phrase. Head word is birds. How looks birds? Lovely and colorful is an noun phrase, and fly over my house every morning is a verb phrase. This same structure could be formed just with the head words of each of the phrases birds fly, where birds is still the NP and fly is the verb phrase. What you have understand here is that when we say that fly is verb phrase here, we are not referring to the literal meaning of a phrase group of words, but rather to fact this single verb occupies the same grammatical role as that of a verb phrase, carrying out all the functions that English syntactic rules expect from a verb phrase. Similarly, in phrase the dirty shirt, dirty is both an adjective and adjective phrase, since it occupies a grammatical slot which could have potentially also involved an adverb is in a very dirty to give an expression like a very dirty shirt. On similarly lines in the phrase drive slowly, slowly is both an adverb as well as adjective phrase, since it occupies a grammatical slot which could have potentially involved another intensifier adverb is in a very slowly to give an expression like drive very slowly. Please remember that in the rest of the chapter, whatever we use the term NP, ADGP, that is adjective phrase, VP verb phrase, and PP, that is a phrasal verb, and ADVP adverb phrase, we could be referring to a group of words or to just one word which is the head of the phrase and constitutes the phrase by itself. This is all about the kinds or types of phrases, and next video will be find another contents related to the phrases. Let's see another video.